The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Step into the world of gymnastics with Nebraska women's gymnast and Canadian world team member Emma Spence.
She got a bronze in the all-arounder, bronze on beam. And who knows if she'll get another medal. But that was a very confident performance.
This is Beyond the Routine with Spence.
Hitting all her handstands, connecting all her release moves, and landing that dismount. That's Emma Spence for you.
Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Routine with Spence. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and tonight my special guest here is Genesis Gibson. She is from Prosper, Texas. She is a senior here on the gymnastics team. She is a bar specialist, and her major is criminal justice. Welcome to the show, Gigi.
Hi, thanks for having me. It's honestly a pleasure, and I'm really excited to just get started on all the topics we're going to hit on tonight.
Yeah, no, guys, this is going to be a great show. We were talking about it a little bit in advance, and yeah, super excited and looking forward to it. So, to get started, want to maybe talk about how you got into gymnastics a little bit? How did that begin for you?
Yeah, so when my family moved to Prosper, there was I want to say maybe 1,200 people there. So there wasn't really much to do.
Okay.
But my mom got a brochure at some place in Frisco, which is just one city over, and it had gymnastics classes. And so she just was like, okay, we just need to put her in something because they were trying to settle in with the moving situation. Just keep me busy, whatever. And apparently they only had me go for a little bit. But whenever the session ran out of okay, your time's up, it was maybe a month or something, try it out. And then I was like, Mom, am I going to practice? Am I going to gymnastics? And she's like, well, no, but do you want to go back? I was like, yeah. I was duh. And now I'm here.
Yeah, we're out here.
Apparently I kept going until now. I guess I really had a lot of energy and I was very motivated.
Mm-hmm.
And I think gymnastics was a really good way to just keep me busy and also just challenge me all the time. So,
for sure.
For sure.
That's awesome. So you started when you were young,
Mm-hmm.
you kept going to the point that you're here. At one point, you did elite gymnastics.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you started doing that elite path?
I was 14 going 15.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so when I was 15, that was probably my prime elite time. And then a little bit when I was 16, I believe as well. But yeah, 14 and 15, 16 area.
So you grew up in a gym that maybe you can explain this a little bit better because I'm still a little bit confused, but you did school at the gym too?
Yeah, I did.
So how did that work?
So I would wake up at 6:45 every morning and I'd go to practice. We'd start at 7:30 and go to 11:30. And then we'd go from school. We'd go upstairs in the same facility.
So
we had two private
upstairs.
School was upstairs
Oh
in the
my
same in the same facility. We had two private teachers, which they were awesome. They were very sweet, understood when we had the hard days and were very loving on us. But so we'd go upstairs, we'd have school from 11:30 to 4, and then we'd go downstairs, start practice at 4 to 7 p.m. So it was literally a full-time job for 7 years when I was in middle school and then most of high school.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness. So practicing twice a day.
Twice a day.
And school in the middle of that, all in
Yes.
the same building.
Yeah, so you got there 7 in the morning. Yeah, 7 in the morning, and then you didn't leave till 7 at night.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
How
Yeah.
was that?
You got really close with everyone around you. I feel I've never been in the military, of course. I feel it was probably a military camp.
Yeah.
Honestly, and it also I did that at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
So it instilled a different kind of discipline
Yeah.
in me. And I think I was talking about how I was really motivated when I was younger. I think that was, I don't know, maybe it was a really good way for me to I don't know, get out all of that motivation and drive into all my skills. And every single day I was learning new things. And I mean, clearly there's plenty of time to learn lots of new things when you're there all
Mhm.
day. But yeah.
That's so exciting, though. That's yeah, I don't think there's many clubs or places that do that.
It was
So
one of a
that's-
kind, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, something fun about Genesis and I is that we used to compete against each other like years ago.
Yeah.
Back in 2018, I think was the
Yeah.
first time we met.
Yeah. Was it 2018? I know
Mhm.
we for sure competed in 2018 together. I wonder if we started in 2017.
Like
I
at
can't
Gym
remember.
Next, maybe? Did you ever
Maybe.
go to Montreal?
I did, but that
Okay.
was for like a level 10 meet.
Okay.
I'm not actually I don't think it was for elite. But I think was their first meet that we met in Argentina.
Colombia.
It was in Colombia.
It was in Colombia.
Oh my god, I can't even remember which country. See, that's how cool we are.
Yeah.
There's multiple countries.
Yeah. So when I was competing for Canada, Genesis was competing for Ecuador
Mhm.
for their national team. So we would go to these competitions in South America, and our countries were basically like competing against each other. But obviously, during that, we became friends. It's really interesting because those competitions, like you would think that they're like very competitive between the
No.
people.
No, you
But,
know
like-
what? So like in club gymnastics, it's super like individualized and I feel like there's a little bit more separation between gymnasts and even like people on the same team. There'd be like more competitiveness of like, I want to do better than her or whatever. But like I felt like whenever I competed internationally for Ecuador, everyone was so supportive of everyone. And I mean, you see that transition into college really nicely.
Mhm.
And that's really cool to see like a lot of international gymnasts come to college just like you. So
Yeah. No, and it's crazy that we met, we talked, like we weren't like best friends, I would say,
Yeah.
especially not to like how close
I would
we
say
are
like good
now.
acquaintances.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like we saw each other in different countries a couple times, and then we didn't really talk for like a couple years.
hmm
And then all of a sudden, we both end up committing here
Yeah.
without really having any
There
communication in
was
advance.
no communication. I just remember seeing your Instagram post and it was like you're going to Nebraska. And at the time it was not even on my mind, like college
Okay.
gymnastics, because I was like, I'm not making it to college gymnastics. And I actually ended up committing to Nebraska 2 months before I actually moved in. So it was
Mhm.
like a very last minute thing. Whereas for you, I believe you knew like maybe a year or two.
Like, yeah, it was like the year before.
hmm
Yeah, that's crazy. Just the way that like we actually knew each other, but then we didn't talk, and then all of a sudden we were together, and then same class, same year, graduating together this year. And it just like kind of brought us back together, which was really cool.
I call it fate, honestly.
Oh yeah,
I think
for
it was
sure.
fate.
For sure. Another thing that's really interesting about your story is that you took a break completely from gymnastics.
Mhm.
How many years did you stop for?
Well, it's kinda interesting because I took, like I feel like kind of a lot of random breaks.
Okay.
Because I think I was, like, really mentally done with gymnastics. There was, like, multiple different times I was just, like, mentally done, but also physically done.
Yep.
Like, I've been having back issues since I was 12.
Mhm.
Just a lot of disc problems. I've fractured it multiple times. Yeah, there's just some degeneration, spondy. There's like a lot going on. Um, and so there was one time where I broke it and I had to take a full year off. And during that year was whenever I actually got into modeling, and
yeah.
that was really fun. And so now I'm signed with an agency in Omaha, Nebraska. So I'll do that on the side to get extra cash here and
Amazing.
there. So fun. And then like right before I actually well, let's see. I guess it was my senior year of high school. I was just my head was not in it because I was like, I'm not really that good. I really did not feel very good. Um, and my back was just really not great. And it's still
Mhm.
not great, but like we're trying to manage it as best as possible. But um, I was having a lot of fun with cheer actually.
Mhm.
I quit gymnastics kind of like I'd go in sometimes, but it was not very serious to me anymore. And, my senior year of high school was whenever I actually finally went public. And I was
So,
like,
like, the
"Hey, I need to
actual
find."
school?
Yeah, so I
Okay,
was like,
yeah.
"I need to find, like, something to do that's not gymnastics that's just gonna, like, I don't know, help my mental health a little bit."
Mhm.
And so I found, like, a good group of girls within cheer too, so they were awesome, and, I don't know, it really made me happy. I love doing it. Um, but I was still training in the midst of all of that too.
Okay.
Um and so, like, I was like, "Okay, I've trained my whole life doing gymnastics. I might as well send, like, a few emails to some college coaches," and Heather was one person I did end up reaching out to, and one of them that ended up reaching back out and obviously led to me coming here. So, yeah, kind of funny.
That's so fun. How was cheerleading? I feel like that would just be, like, so fun. Like, I don't really
Yeah.
know what cheerleading is like in the US because, like,
That's so true. Do you have like
I don't
is that a thing at your in your high schools?
I don't think so.
Is it really not?
Not mine, at least. I was at a pretty small school,
I'm so
though.
uncultured. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I definitely not like what they have here.
Yeah.
So I remember, like, I was back home and I would, like, see on your Instagram, like, you in, like, the little cheerleading outfits with
Yeah.
the pom-poms. I was like, that is so
It was
cute.
so cute. And so like every time I see the Husker cheerleaders, I'm like, you
Yeah.
guys are so cute.
They are.
You guys
They're
are
so
so
cute.
much fun. It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it to me obviously was not hard at all. I think
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
compared to gymnastics.
no,
and-
compared to gymnastics, it's nothing. At least high school cheer. I
Yeah.
think competitive cheer is a whole different thing. But you got to wear cute little outfits.
Mhm.
You had your pom poms. You learned routines. So you learned
Okay.
like dance routines to music that the band would play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was like all coordinated that way. You had cheers that you learned. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun because I mean, you know how we do like Husker prayer and stuff. It
Mhm.
kind of gives that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like before we go and compete, it's like that vibe, but like you're doing it for another team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just really fun.
Oh, that's so exciting. I'm
Mhm.
so glad that you ended up coming here because
Me too.
Genesis is like my best friend here. Well, she is my best friend, not like
Yeah,
And-
me and Spencer just ride or dies. Honestly.
yeah. At this point, we're just like that. What's your like favorite thing of being in Nebraska now?
Ooh. Oh my gosh. I just have to go back to the people.
Yeah.
The people are just so nice here. I feel like everyone on your podcast has said the same thing, but like I could not agree more.
Yeah.
Even when I first was on my visit here, which I had already committed and I was just like
Okay.
checking it out.
Mhm.
But I had parked like in front of this restaurant and there was this girl that came in that was working inside of the restaurant, came outside and was like, "Hey, just so you know, like you could get a ticket if you like leave your car here." She didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
But like the fact that she notified me and my dad because he was here too, at the time, like that she did not have to do that. Like that
Yeah,
was so
that
nice.
is
Like I
really
think she could
nice.
tell we were like just visiting, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Oh.
just even when I first got here, the first time ever, just little things like that, they go out of your way for you.
For sure. Is there any like go-to thing that you do around here that you like love to do?
Mm,
Probably more the summer,
yeah,
more
I
than the
know.
winter because it's kind of snowy out right
You know
now.
what? Honestly, so I got this is so bad for your skin. I really love just wearing sunscreen whenever we're like, out in the summertime. I've gotten into tanning a lot more and I know it's not good for you, but I love it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And God, this whole past year, I this past summer, I guess, I literally got like this like tanning chair bed thing that like
Okay.
lays out and comes back up. And like I don't know, I just like going outside to tan.
Yeah.
Like I don't know,
Would you
putting like
say
a movie on at the
yeah,
same time.
outside?
Yes, it's like
Okay.
so hard to see the screen sometimes,
Yeah, I was
but
gonna
it's worth
say.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is the sun like warmer in Texas though than it is
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say like it's more humid in
Okay.
Texas. Yeah,
I've
it's
still
I
never
think
been.
sorry.
I've never been to Texas
You've
still.
never been.
Yeah.
We gotta make it to nationals.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep.
Then we'll go to Texas.
Yep. Well, that's so exciting. So last night we had a meet.
Oh my gosh.
We had a home meet versus Michigan State, and it actually went really well. I'm super proud of the team. Super proud of how we did. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but we were very, very close.
Yeah,
Like
honestly.
very, very close. And if someone like if you don't understand gymnastics, like the difference in scores would have been like a bent leg on a skill. Like that's how close we were to winning. Um, or like a flexed feet in the skill or like a small hop. Like we were so close to winning. And the thing is that Michigan State is ranked number 6 and we were ranked number 23. So being able to be that close was insane. And I don't think we were really
What's
expecting
even
that.
crazier is like honestly, we could have performed the exact same and still won just based off of like a judge's specific
Like bias almost.
exactly,
Mhm.
or maybe they caught something someone else didn't, or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, like it was that close. So, but it
Yeah.
was still a beautiful performance. Like everyone was on fire.
Yeah.
Like I was so proud of so many different people. There was like so many highlights too.
Mhm.
Yeah, they deserve all the praise.
Yeah. And we got to wear new Leos too. I think that was really exciting.
They were gorgeous.
All red for the first time in a long time that we've had like an all red Leo.
Mhm.
Super pretty, super sparkly. Just brought the vibes, really.
It really did.
So let's break down the meet a little bit.
Yeah.
Starting on vault, Katie started us off. She was the first one to vault, first event, first one to start off the meet, and she got a season high. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I'm sure she did.
It was
Yep.
it was great.
It was beautiful. And I just love like her vibes that she brings. Like she's a
Mhm.
great start off. Really just lead off for the whole meet. Like
Mhm.
her energy, positivity, and her smile at the end was so
Yeah.
cute. Such a good landing.
Yeah, that was great start to vault. And then Jenna competed for the first time, debut as a Husker, and she exhibition in vault, and it was incredible. It, like I, it was just so good, and we were all so happy, so proud, and excited for her.
Mhm.
She's been through so much, and coming back from injuries to be able to go out there and perform and have one of the best vaults out there out of the whole meet it was
Yeah.
amazing.
I think for Jenna, this was like a huge milestone for her because she's had to come back, like you were saying, come back from injury. She's literally had surgery.
Mhm.
So, and like this is her first time like as a Husker out there.
Mhm.
And then to get the second highest vault score, like that's incredible.
Yeah.
She's so awesome for that. And she just looks so beautiful too.
Yes. And Nebraska hit a 49 for the first time all season on vault.
Yes.
That's been a goal that we've been working towards for ever since the beginning of season now. So being able to start the meet off like that, get that score, that was really great for us.
So good.
Yeah. Vault squad killed it. Going over to bars. Overall bars was actually pretty good too.
Yeah. Honestly, nothing new, nothing too new for bars because bars like hits every time.
Mhm.
I was talking, I don't know, I don't remember who I was talking to. I've said it to multiple people though, like bar squad just every time I see you guys just like in your element, I'm like they're so strong. There's no other way to put it. Like y'all are always just on and nobody needs to tell you like, "Okay, you need to like get it together." Like nobody really needs to do that. Like
Mhm.
bars is always just on. They're just on point. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
bars
other
is
way to put
good.
it.
And to finish it off, Olivia, her
Mhm.
exhibition bar routine, she got a 9875 for her second time ever, right?
Well, I
Second or
believe
third time
so.
ever
Mhm.
competing bars. That is a huge score. That would have been the second highest score of the night.
That's literally oh my god, and
Like,
Liv, like, she really just deserves it. Like, she's really worked her way this season.
mhm.
You can see, like, the light shine through for her right now.
Mhm. Yeah, that was amazing to watch. Was super proud of her, and that was just the first half of the meet. I think we really I don't know, just like the vibes and the energy that we brought, like we were ready to compete against Michigan State. Even though they were a really well-ranked team, we didn't give in and we didn't give
Yeah.
up and we just attacked it. And I think the first two events really set us up for the rest of the meet.
Yeah, and I think us really not even anticipating well, we didn't really focus on winning at all because we were
Yeah.
like, well, Michigan State's obviously an amazing team. And so we kept the focus on us the whole time and just bettering what we did from last week. Um, and you know what? We killed it. We did exactly what we were supposed to do. So,
That was good. Moving over to Beam.
mhm.
We had a couple mistakes on Beam, but honestly, like nothing crazy. I feel like everything was under control. Honestly, I think we were a little underscored on some routines.
Agreed. Mhm.
Um, that's one thing with gymnastics. The judges can kind of do what they want. um, it could be a very biased sport based on if one judge thinks to take a full tenth or half a tenth on whatever deduction. It kind of I don't know. That's just kind of how it goes. But overall, it was pretty consistent and steady. Um, yeah, the beam squad was good. And then Lauren competed beam for the first time
Yeah.
also, which was really
Aw,
exciting.
Bean. Yeah.
She had a really solid routine, honestly.
She really did.
Coming
She
in as a
did.
freshman and
She looked very
handling those
confident. Like, wouldn't you
Yes.
say? Like, she didn't look nervous. Like, she honestly got up there like a vet.
Mhm.
Like, she looked confident on she was on the beam.
Yeah, I was very impressed with her.
Yeah.
The way she handled that. And then finally moving over to floor, I feel like that's when we had the biggest gap to fill because we were about, I think, 4/10 away from Michigan State heading into last event. But floor is kind of just like a fun event. You just we say party time whenever we get to floor, just because you have fun with it. It's like a party. And we really just had nothing to lose going into that event. It was good. I mean, we
Do
started
you
off
know
strong.
what our floor score was?
I think it was a 49-3 something.
Really? Dang. Okay. Because we've been getting 49 threes like back to back to back.
Yeah. Yeah, floor's been pretty consistent for us lately.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a party. Everyone showed off their routines. The routines themselves were really good. Strong tumbling, strong landings. We had some pretty solid scores throughout the lineup. And yeah, it was really close. We really fought till the end. We made up those 4/10 basically.
Yeah.
We filled in that gap. Michigan State had a couple mistakes on beam as well, and yeah,
That's what made it get super close, super tight.
Yeah, it was one that a meet that would have kept you on your toes. I feel like if you were
100%.
watching, because the scores were just going back and forth, and there was like a glitch, so no one knew what was going on.
At the very end, they would not flash the last score, and we were like, "What's like?" Everyone's doing the math, like, "What's gonna happen?"
Yeah, trying to figure out who won.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were 0.025 away from winning. But still, you know, it was good. It would have been a crazy upset, but we still basically, I feel like right now we're more competing against ourselves anyways.
Yeah.
And like trying to beat our previous scores, and we did do that, and there was a huge improvement from our last meet at home too.
Yeah.
So being able to do that, do better, which is what we're working towards, and overall it was a great meet. It was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. And honestly, I think we're just on the up.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, we started at like a 194, then
Yeah.
we had a couple 195s. Now we're steady in the 196s, in the
Mhm.
higher range of 196s as well. You know, 197's approaching. Like, we're literally right there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I think that we can use this meet as just like a confidence booster to prove to ourselves that we're capable of doing great things, and we're capable of being in contention against the top teams in the country.
absolutely.
So that's super exciting. And honestly, we love Michigan State.
We love their team. I'm
Like-
personally a fangirl. I love a lot of them. I really just admire their gymnastics. They're very precise in their gymnastics, and it's really beautiful to watch. And I've heard they're very nice people.
Yeah, they just seem very nice. So
So.
it was also great to have them
Yeah.
because of that, I feel like. So it's like, you know, I'm really proud of the team, and I'm excited to see what we can do moving forward and continue that momentum throughout the rest of the season.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I'd say that's a wrap up on this segment. We can head over to our first break.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll be right back after the break. You're listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Genesis Gibson.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Did you know that AmeriCorps programs improve lives, strengthen communities, and foster civic engagement in Nebraska? For example, members serving with AmeriCorps programs like Partnership for Kids provide kids with the support they need to succeed in school and prepare for their dream career. Discover more about AmeriCorps programs making a difference in your community at serve.nebraska.gov. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Attention! For the entire month of February, Acres has John Deere packaged oil and filters for 15% off. John Deere engineers its oil filters specifically for large ag equipment and commercial and residential mowers. With premium materials, these filters meet the unique demands of your farm and acreage. Following a strict maintenance routine with premium John Deere oil and filters ensures your equipment will run efficiently for years. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today.
Hey farmers, do you run a precision planting monitor in your planter tractor? Voigt Farm Outfitters is hosting our annual 2020 Monitor Clinic at the Holthus Center in York on Wednesday, March 19th. They'll run through everything on the monitor, from basic setup to more complex downforce settings and everything in between. You'll learn agronomy principles behind some of the monitor settings and will leave refreshed and ready to plant. Representatives from Precision Planting will be on hand to handle any questions that you can throw at them. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
In today's digital world, you can never be too cautious when it comes to your security. Cyber attacks are affecting more businesses every day. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we understand the stress and impact a cyber attack can have, not just on your bottom line, but on your ability to serve your customers and protect their trust. That's why we are passionate about safeguarding your business. From real-time threat monitoring to advanced security protocols, we help keep your data safe, allowing you to focus on what matters most. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest here tonight is my teammate, Genesis Gibson. So we were planning on some topics for this segment, and I think the best one to start with is things that we wish we knew as freshmen coming in. And I think this is great for us to talk about because we've been here 4 years now. We graduate this spring, so just kind of go into things that we've learned that we wish we might have known sooner, but have also kind of helped us navigate us being a student athlete throughout our careers here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think for me, time management is 100% key. I don't think I realized how many things actually played into being a student athlete. Your days can be very long. Some days you don't have class and you have an off day. some days you're going from 6:45 in the morning to 10 p.m. at night without stopping.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know, like, how have you kind of handled that side of things?
I think one thing that I've done, and I've always been very structured even before coming here, but I plan out my days sometimes to like literally like exactly everything that I need to do and the time. So it's like wake up at this time, eat breakfast at this time, get dressed, leave the house by this time, arrive at this time. Like it is so specific to like
Mhm.
make sure that I get everything done. And we can get into this more later, but it's like if you don't, sometimes you forget important things that you need
Absolutely.
to be doing, and especially to take care of your body. Um, so yeah,
Yeah,
I things
well,
just get so busy that
yeah.
I need to have it laid out, or else I will probably forget something that I need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, I think some things you think of as priority and must be doing, where like practice, that's a non negotiable. You go to
Mhm.
practice every day. You can't just like not.
Same with
Um,
lift. Lift is
Lifting, same
included.
thing. Your classes.
Mhm.
If you have treatment with Tom, our
Mhm.
trainer, you got to show up for that. I think for me, and I know like I mean we both struggled with this before, but um sometimes like finding time to eat can be a struggle because whenever you're thinking about all of these things that you have to do in the day, you think of that as the priority
Mhm.
and you tend to neglect things that can sometimes feel like a choice because you just will literally forget because you're so busy.
Mhm.
Um, and so we do need to like intentionally set aside time like, okay, when are we eating breakfast? When are we eating lunch? When are we eating dinner?
Mhm, and same things with, like, snacks, for example, making sure that you get those in. I know I've worked with Lisa, and she would tell me, "Well, you
Mhm.
should grab this and put this in your backpack and eat this during this class, and then
Right?
have maybe try to eat this during this class, and then have lunch at this time." And, like, I think that's something that's really great about having Lisa, who is our nutritionist, working with us, is that we literally have people to help us plan out when to eat because it's something that's actually so hard to figure out when your day is literally jam packed from you wake up to you go to bed, and be able to have someone to be like, okay, make sure you eat at this time. Or
Mhm.
like you have classes, for example, my semesters, I've had class from 8 to 12:20 in the morning, practice is at 1. So it's like, okay, I can eat breakfast like really early, but then my third class of the morning is done at 12:20. And then I have to go right to practice to do prehab by
Yeah.
like 12:30. Don't have time to eat and then trying to figure out how to do that. And
So
then
you better scarf down what you can in those
exactly.
15, 20
But then
minutes
it's
you
like
got.
you can't eat a full meal right before practice. And it's just it gets really hard to add everything and make sure you get everything done that you need to. And eating is definitely one that um probably took a long time to figure out, especially starting off living in the dorms when you can't make your own
Yes.
food.
No, seriously, and that kinda, like, nicely goes into, like, the next thing that I think, um I don't know, something I wish I knew as a freshman. I feel like whenever we were introduced to everything Nebraska has for us, like, all the resources provided, I was like, "I'm not gonna use, like, any of
Yeah,
this
it's like I
probably.
don't need that. I'll be fine.
I'm not gonna use any of that." No,
Mhm.
that's not the case. I actually am using all of it and, the relationships that we have built through life skills, Sherry with academics,
Mhm.
we have tutors on staff, obviously Tom, we have our
Aw.
lifting coach, sports psych,
Sports
shout
psych
out
is
to Kelsey,
Kelsey's great.
Kelsey Johnson in sports psych. She's amazing.
Yeah, and then
Um
training table, all the
Training
nutrition staff.
table, all nutrition staff, they're so amazing.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize how much I would actually need them and
Mhm.
that I use them and how amazing the relationships have been built.
Mhm. Yeah, that's definitely been so helpful, and I feel like when you get on campus, they're like, "Oh, you can use this, this, this," and I'm
Mhm.
like, "Oh, like, I'll be fine. I don't need to go meet with a counselor. I don't need help planning on when to eat or meal
Right,
ideas or
right, because that
whatever."
sounds so stupid until
Yeah.
you're in a situation where I'm actually eating 1 meal a day,
Yeah.
and
Like, not
I
even
don't
on
even and
purpose.
it's not on purpose, it's just I was too busy, I forgot, not really sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're, like, later on in the day, and you're like, "Why do I feel so mad right now? Why
Yeah,
do
or
I
like,
feel
"Why am I
so, like"
starving?"
yeah, why am I, like, not feeling great at all? Probably because you didn't eat.
Yeah, no, literally, and I feel like the same thing goes with the mental health side of things.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, I don't need therapy. I don't need to
Yeah.
go to therapy. And all of a sudden I'm having a mental breakdown. It's like, oh, I probably should have gone to therapy.
Exactly.
I probably should have taken advantage of that before it got to this point. Yeah, those are definitely things that I wish I leaned on sooner. I'm glad that I've gotten to a point where I've accepted. Also, I feel like a big thing is accepting that help and accepting that you're willing to ask for that help, because once you get to that point that you can ask, it's like, okay, it's fine. But like, it's almost like building up the courage to realize that you do need that extra help and you can't do it all on your own.
And it does take courage. Like, I totally understand feeling insecure or feeling weak of not wanting to ask for help because you feel like it makes you, and you feel like you are perceived as weak or
Mhm.
insecure. But in reality, it's a signal of strength because you are doing what you need to do. You are doing what you need to do to take care of yourself.
Mhm.
And in the end, taking care of yourself is helping your team
Mhm.
because you are literally the team.
Yeah.
Every single one of us.
Yep.
So I think that that's like a different perspective that I feel like Heather shared with us earlier this season.
Mhm.
I feel like I don't know, I do carry that message a lot because I feel like, whatever I do to take care of myself is directly impacting the team. Because
Mhm.
as soon as someone else isn't doing that, that's hurting the team.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have to be at your best to be the best teammate that you can be, and that means you have to put yourself first, and you take care of yourself first to be able to then help other people around you.
Absolutely.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
That was good. Yeah. I guess that kind of goes into a different one that I had, but I feel like coming in as a freshman, I feel like you truly believe like your value lies within your numbers that you put up.
Mhm.
And I know this can be like such a big topic of conversation of I'm not good enough or I don't belong here
Mhm.
because I'm not getting this score and you know my coaches expect this of me and I'm not providing that. And I
Mhm.
think now as a senior, I find so much value because I'm not competing right now, but I now feel like I am valued as a teammate because I
Mhm.
do bring a lot of other things to the table behind the scenes that I'm doing to help all of my teammates achieve their best success because in
Mhm.
some ways I cannot provide a routine when my back is not feeling great or whatever. But I'm able to pour into all of my teammates and make sure that they are the best that they can be. And I'm like really proud to say that because I think as a freshman, I would have been confused.
Mhm.
But now I'm like, I feel very confident in where I'm at.
Well, also as a captain too, like
Mhm.
people go to you because they value your opinion and they trust you. And I feel like just carrying that and bringing like that energy and whatever vibes that people need from you, you're able to like be there for them and show up for them. And it doesn't even matter like from a gymnastics standpoint. It's just like a teammate at that moment. And yeah, being able to show up and do that is just incredible.
You know what? Thank you. That's so nice. I will it's funny cuz the vibe from the different amount of people that need like different things.
Like
It's so
accommodations
funny.
almost. You have to adapt to different types of people.
Absolutely. No one's the same. And it's totally about knowing your teammates,
Mhm.
making those connections with them and knowing what they need.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like for example, you're really good at going up to people and giving them little pep talks before each event. And I know that the way that you talk to someone like me versus Liv, for
Very
example,
different.
or Bean, like it's just a very different way of
Whitney.
approach. Yeah. Like some people need the softer, more
Mhm.
like gentle side, and some people you just need to like sometimes
You
I've
need to
gone
tell
up
them
to you, I'm
how
like,
it is.
Gigi, I need you to yell at me right now. And she will tell me, you need to get it together right now because that's
Your
what
team needs you, girl.
yeah.
So you better get it together right now.
Yeah. So like you're able to adapt to what people's needs are in the moment and in the meet, which is when it really matters the most, which is great.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I've really I don't know. I've embraced that role a
Mhm.
lot. And I find so much love in it too.
Mhm.
Like I love everyone around me and I just want to see them be the best that they can possibly be and I think that's definitely my role for this
Mhm.
year.
Yeah. Yeah, and you do a great job with that.
Thanks.
Yeah. Are there any other things that you can think
Oh,
of?
okay. Well, actually, since I mean, obviously, student athletes, right? Education comes first. So,
Yeah.
from an education standpoint, I have found personally that balancing in-person and online classes is so helpful. So I
Okay.
usually do 2 and 2.
Okay.
But like my freshman year, and it was like the first semester I got here, all of them were in person, and I was struggling every single day because there was no time to do
Mhm.
anything. So I was
Yeah.
always just in class, practice, homework, bed. That was just
Yeah.
all the time. Like there was just no time. Also, I had struggles with eating then because I could not figure out when to eat. Just
Mhm.
like how you were saying earlier.
And
your
especially living
schedule.
in the dorms, it was so hard.
Yes.
And then, like for me, freshman year, I didn't have a car, so trying to get to training table 2 also was
Mhm.
challenging. But yeah, no, that definitely. I think freshman year I also had that. For some reason, I have all in-person classes right now, but it's my last semester. But I feel like after hearing you mention that over the years, I've better understood how to navigate having those classes.
Yep.
It's like, and it might not be correct to say this, but if they say you need to thoroughly read this chapter, and like over time you realize you don't need to read every single word of it, you just need to understand the message to get to class.
Exactly.
And like freshman year, it's like, oh, I'm going to do everything that they say
No,
because that's
don't
what I
do
need
it.
to do. And it's like
Don't.
not saying not to do it, but over the years you understand what's like absolutely
Well,
required.
again,
and
it's
what's
like the
not.
time management thing. Like,
Yes.
you have to know what you need to know.
Yes, exactly.
And sometimes it's not the little details, but
Mhm.
it's like just the overall message.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
Yeah.
And also that kind of goes into my next point, but you do not need to buy every textbook. No matter what your professor says, save your money,
Yeah.
please, because sometimes you will actually not need it at all. Like I went through my
I
whole
know. Yeah. Sometimes they don't even open it all
No.
semester, and it's like, what?
Like I literally like what did I get this book for?
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll happen. I will say your relationship with your professor will absolutely take you far.
Mhm.
I think that they appreciate that you care about the class,
Yeah.
and what they're teaching you. Um, talking to them, going to their office hours, it does go far with them, and they realize that you are trying.
Mhm.
And at some point, if you are showing up to the office hours over and over again, you are showing your commitment and still doing bad, it will literally show a reflection of them.
Mhm.
And so at some point, they're going to be like, okay, well, she's trying. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Like clearly, maybe I'm the problem.
Clearly, I think I'm the issue. So
Yeah.
I would say that's something that I would give to my freshman self.
Yes, building relationships and just networking with everyone here overall. Like
Yeah.
everyone in life skills too, I feel like are
So
really
good.
helpful. And at first, I didn't really lean on that at all.
I know, me too.
Mhm.
And like my sophomore year, I really connected with Stacy Burling. Like,
Yeah.
she's so awesome.
Mhm.
Love her.
Yeah.
I do have like one more point. It's not really related to anything.
All right, let's hear it.
But basically, I wanted to like kind of say like to myself, like, do not feel like you have to fill in your day just because you have an off day. Because I will
That's a
feel
big one.
guilty
Mhm.
for not doing something every single day that's productive.
Mhm.
And I think I'm still working on this now. And I know I'm going to struggle with this outside of gymnastics too, because you always just like have something to go to.
Mhm.
But yeah, like do not feel guilty for doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like
just
your
taking that time for
body and your
yourself.
mind need rest to be able to perform and do what you need to do in classes. Be there for your friends and family
Mhm.
and show up to your practices, be there for your teammates,
Yep.
perform.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, I think that was just like another message that I feel like I really needed to hear.
Yeah, and honestly, I still struggle with
still
that.
struggle.
But that's definitely a really important one.
Mhm.
And we'll work on that once you
We're
retire,
good-
especially.
Accountability.
Yes.
People. Yeah,
We're
exactly.
accountability buddies
There
for
you go.
almost everything. All right. Well, that's the end of our second segment. We'll be right back after the break. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Genesis Gibson.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your County Veteran Service Officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years. And I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest here tonight is my teammate, Genesis Gibson. So for this last segment, I wanted to do some rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
You know, I was ready. It's all over me.
All right. First question. If the team had a reality TV show, what would it be called?
You know, okay, to think about this a little bit. The best thing that I could come up with was the corn crib.
I think that's a good one.
But I feel like something like including Scarlet would be really cute too.
Yeah.
Like Scarlet and Cream.
Yeah.
So maybe like
Scarlet and cream corn.
Exactly. I think you've hit it on the nail.
Same vibe, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I do love yours.
Probably just the corn crib.
Yeah, I think that's
honestly.
pretty good. If you were a superhero, what special power would you want to have?
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, wait. I think reading minds.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, I think I'd want to read minds or like teleport.
Yeah, that would be good.
I don't know. I'd probably just like go somewhere warm whenever it's like it can be pretty cold out here, okay? And sometimes I just really want to go back to the warm. So maybe just teleporting. But also I think I'd say reading minds. I feel like that would be pretty
That would be
sick.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any hidden talents or hobbies?
Okay, I have one hidden talent.
Okay.
I can solve a Rubik's Cube.
Oh, yeah, you're good at that too. Like you do that quick.
It's like my planned activity. If
Yeah.
you know, sometimes your phone is just dead or you know, there's nothing fun to do and you just feel like you need to like get off a screen.
Yeah.
When you're traveling especially. So then I just have like, you know, my Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
Play with that.
Nice.
Hobbies.
Hobbies.
We can talk about hobbies.
Okay.
Okay, well I guess I do model.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's really fun.
Yeah, you're literally a model.
Thanks.
So cool.
I do that. Let's see, what else do I do? I really love watching movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like considered a hobby.
Yeah, I'd say it does.
But I do love doing that. I love board games.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Anything you know that I do that's fun.
Guitar?
Okay,
Kind
yeah.
of? Getting
Actually,
into
that's
it?
true. I do know like a few songs on guitar, but I'm like not professionally trained at all.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
okay.
just so random. Like I'm learning online basically on
Mhm.
YouTube videos. So it's nothing special. But Tom, our trainer, he's
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
So he's been helping me through that process. So hopefully maybe in a year or two I'll be a little bit better. But
Yeah. That's cool. If you could do any skill without having to learn it in any routine, what would it be? Any
maybe we
event.
should do one for every event.
Okay.
Okay. So floor, that's really fun because I don't do floor.
Yeah.
I'd probably double Arabian.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Double Arabian.
Interesting.
I feel like they're so fun. I think I've done one off of a tumble track into a pit before, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
Okay.
But like that's just like yeah. So okay, sorry, that's floor. And then vault. What's the one that Haley Bryant does?
Like the front pike half.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see you doing
Like
that.
I would love to do that one. That one seems really fun.
Mhm.
Also like satisfying. to
Yeah,
stick.
when they stick,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. And then beam. Oh, okay. I would say I wanted to say like a noti, but I want to say something cooler.
I feel like a noti's cool.
You think a noti's cool? I think a noti's cool.
Yeah,
too.
it is cool. I don't think I could ever do it, but it looks cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Mhm.
Let's see. And then bars. I'd probably do like oh. Wait,
So
this
many
is
fun
like not
skills.
cute. I'm sorry. This is like not like that interesting,
Okay.
but like something I'd actually want to learn, a straddle back.
Oh, yeah, those are cool.
Like
I feel like
I
that'd
feel
be
like they
fun.
look so interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. If you could trade places with someone on the team, who would it be?
Like for a day.
For a day.
There's so many people I'd want to switch places with because we have a very interesting team. They're so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, either Naya.
Yep.
Or Asia.
Oh, yeah.
Or Whitney.
Yep. All good choices.
Yep.
Yep. That'd be fun. All right. Last one I will ask you. Describe Nebraska gymnastics in 3 words.
Heart.
Okay.
Perseverance. This is hard. This is hard. Maybe like, so we said love, perseverance. I don't know. Oh my gosh, that's so hard.
I don't know. I feel like people say, I've asked this to a couple people. I don't know, fun.
It's like heart. Like it's just so, I don't know. I feel like we're just maybe like family.
That's a
I
good
think
one.
family's a good one.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, because I do feel like our team pours their heart into like every day.
Yeah,
And like you feel that. You really do. And it's just like the best thing ever.
for sure. All right. Well, that's a wrap on tonight's show. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much
was
for
so
having
fun.
me. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you did great with this.
Thanks.
All right. Well, that's a wrap on tonight's show. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Genesis Gibson.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise.